Hi all, this is Vikram Bajaj, and in a previous tutorial we have seen how to integrate the Firebase real-time database in iOS application in Shift 3, and we have gone through the pretty much the configuration steps, how to configure the Google services, Firebase consoles, and now configuring the project, and we were ready to go. So I will start with the same project where we were able to run our project and it was showing the blank screen. So in this project I'm gonna demo you the authentication process. Okay, so when I'm running the application it is showing me the blank screen, so it's pretty much done on this. Now I'm gonna complete few topics in this one. Let's go through those topics. Okay, so here it is, Firebase authentication in Shift 3. So in this topic I will be covering creating a basic UI for login, like sign up kind of login flow, and in the second point, authentication ways. So when we are talking about authentication, it can be handled with the many ways like email, Facebook and Twitter, etc. So in this tutorial I will be covering the email part, and in the third step of this tutorial we will be covering creating a request to the Firebase server, where we will send the user email ID and the password to the Firebase server. And once you send a request, in the response we will get the response from the Firebase server and we will be handle it. So we will be continuing with the sign up process. Okay, and in the fourth step of this particular tutorial we will be seeing the logging out process. Okay, so let's start with the creating a basic UI, the first step of it. Okay, so I have already ready our project, what I have shown in the previous tutorial, and I have to go to the storyboard, and here I need to put some controls. Like what I need is one text field I need. Okay, oops, sorry, not this one. I need a login text field, which is my username, and another text field for my password. All right, so let me put one label. So I will give the name to login project. I just center align it. Okay. All right, so this is my username. I can put some text here. It's better if I put a hinted text over here. That's called placeholder text. So I'll say login user ID, and in the second one, which is our password field, so I will put the password in the placeholder. So I need a one button, so I will search for button and I will keep one button over here. I'll just center line it, and button will be login. Let's create this thing. Let's give a name like sign up. Okay, because in this tutorial I'm showing you how to sign up with the username and the password. So username would be the email ID and the password and the sign up utility. Okay, so we are done with our UI, basic UI part here. Now I have to link this to my view controller. Oops. Alright, so this is my view controller. and where I will just put this controls. Right. Correct. And through the sign up button. I'm just pressing the control button and dragging this control over here and sign up button. Okay, because I want to do a sign up on the click of this particular button, so I will just add one action over here. Alright, so I've connected all the UI controls with my view controller. Now I have to write the logic for it. So let's go on this screen. I will just go back to my view controller. Now I have to connect it to the view controller. We need to write the logic part. Let me import the Firebase authorization model. Oh, it seems that we don't have that authorization model. We need to include it here. So I will just go to pod and go to this particular path, import file, and see, so we have included the Firebase core part only. We need to have the authorization part as well. So we need to write Firebase auth here and just say save and come out and do a pod update. So once we do this, we'll see to whatever the latest libraries are there that will be fetched from the server, and as we have included one more pod Firebase authorization in our pod file, so it is gonna fetch that repo from the server. It will list down in my workspace. Just updating my all pod files here. Let me see. Not yet. Alright, so I have Firebase authorization in my project. Now I have to just go ahead and import this particular project. We have successfully imported the pod fire authorization in our project. Now we have to include it Firebase authorization in our project, and now authorization dot auth dot create user. Yeah, before that I would like to check over here my text fields are empty or not, so I need to put one condition over here. Login user id dot text dot is empty. Okay, it's not empty, and the other field is password one. For that I need to write this condition, same condition, text is empty. Okay, so when the both fields are not empty, it makes sense to go further and start creating the user. Okay, so I need to give here the login user id dot text and the password field over here dot text. Another completion block, I need to have the user. Just a minute, just let me put this and error. Okay, so these two parameters are required because once we create a user and we get a successful response, so user will be not nil value, so we have to check for that. If user is not nil, it means we have successfully created. And if any error comes, we'll go to the else condition and we'll see what error server is giving us. Okay, all right, so let's write me that logic over here. If user does not equals to nil, it means we are good. So I'll just print right now. Created user, and we should proceed with the home screen, where I will show you the logout buttons functionality. In else part, if we have some errors over here, then we'll print the error with localized description, so it will tell what kind of errors are there. So all right, so we have done this. I believe we are pretty much done on this. Oops, I missed one bracket. Okay, so now we are good to go. Let me run this project. And here is our basic UI. So I'll say vikram.bajaj@gmail.com, and password is 1234567 8. Just say sign up. Okay, so we have successfully created user. Okay, let's go back to the Firebase control and just refresh it. We will see the user Vikram Bajaj got created over here. Okay, just now we have created. Okay, let me take an example of error scenario as well. So what happens, what it prints when some error happens. So let's take an example. I have created the same user. I just wanted to create the same user again, and let's see what it warning comes. Okay, the email address is already in use by another account. So these error handlings we have to do. We have to show some kind of pop-up to the user when they enter the same user ID, or the some other another user is trying to use the same email ID which is already exist in our Firebase database. Alright, so we have to go to the another screen now, where we have to put the logout button. So this is the first screen. Now let me put another view. Yeah, I have a view controller here. Let me put this view controller. Inside this view controller, I want a button. I'll say log out. Just center and align this button, and let me secure it. So okay, let me give name to this identifier, to this, say home screen secure. Okay, so with the help of this mechanism, we'll launch our other screen. And just going back to the view controller, we need to create one view controller for the another screen. So I'll just go here. I'll say create new file as a shift file. Let me make it a little easy. Let me put view controller. UI view controller 2, and create it. Alright, so I've created another view controller class for our another view. Now let me go back and let me keep it here, and let me attach to this view controller too. Alright, so we have set up our view controller 2 also for the home screen. So I have to launch this another view on the click of the sign up button and successful log. Launch the another screen, home screens basically, from the first screen. So let me call that form segue, and I have to give the segue name and the sender is self. Alright, so we need to go back and see what sequence name we had given here over here. The same we will identifier will use for that. The home screen sequence. Let me copy this, come back here, put that file, and now we are good to go. So once we create a user, we will be going to another screen which is called home screen sequence, and there we will be seeing the logout button. Then after that we'll put up a logout button activity. Then we'll put up the logout button functionality. Alright, so I launched the application. I'm creating another user, suppose test at gmail.com, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so later we have to make it as a password field, so it will show instead of the characters, it is gonna show the dots. I will show you how to do that. And just sign up, and here we launch another screen that's called a home screen where I have kept this button. So I have to add the functionality for the logout button. So let's go back to the screen. Let me first show you that how to mask the password buttons. So we have to go in this one screen, properties, and we can see over here if it is a password, then we can encrypt the text. Secure text entry. Once you click on this particular text, whatever the text you will enter in this particular feed, it will be dots instead of the text. Alright, so this is one task we have done. Now I have to write the logic in second view controller. So before going there, we have to link to our view controller and UI controllers. So I will just press control and dragging the control. Okay, and I want to put the logout button over here, button, and connect. Okay, and I have to let me remove this unnecessary code which is not required. Okay, and then again I'm selecting this, pressing control and dragging it and adding as action, which is logout button, click, connect. Okay, so we came back to our view controller 2, which we recently created and connected with the UI elements. Now I'm coming back to the logout button, click, where I need to perform two actions. Number one is signing out user from Firebase server. Another one is taking user back to sign up screen. Okay, so let's go one by one. So sign out user from the Firebase server. For that I need to import Firebase authorization over here, and then I need to write a type range block, which I just pasted over here, which says the authorization that sign out. So which means that user will try to sign out here. In case of any error, we will have to capture this error in a catch block, and we'll printing that description of that error. So this part is a step 1, and step 2 is taking back to the user to the sign up screen. So for which we need to set the sequence again back to the original view. So coming here, just dragging the control and putting it here, show. And once the sequence created, let's name it something logical. So let's keep that name, sign up screen sequence. Alright, so this I've kept it, and now I'm going back on my V controller, and let me call self dot perform sequence, and I will give that identifier what we created just now, and just self. Okay, so now let me run this. So my emulator is getting initialized again. I just close it for some other purpose. Alright, so simulator is up and our app is coming up. So login project, let me try with some users. Suppose test b at gmail.com and password 1234567 8. So it is converting into the dots, as you know, as we have clicked the secure field, so it will convert it into the text to dots. And now I will just do a sign up. Once you press the sign up, we will launch another screen because successfully user is created. Now we have to, on the logout, we have to sign out the user and going back to the original screen, which is a sign up screen. So just press the sign out. See, we have successfully logged out and came back to the sign up screen. Okay guys, alright, so this is what we have covered in this particular tutorial. Thanks for watching my video.